Raise your hand if you can hear me. All right. That music was to signal everybody to please find your way to a seat and quiet down so we can prepare for worship. Don't forget to check out your Sunday handout for all the things that are happening. I want to draw attention especially to Grandparents' Day today. And thanks to Sarah Smith for the idea of bringing in games for people to play after worship. Also, a brief history of water. Today is our water communion. It started in 1980 at the Women and Religion Continental Convocation of Unitarian Universalists in East Lansing, Michigan. And there's a few other things on here. We are doing trans inclusion in congregations. As you know, we did Transforming Hearts here. Texujum, our Texas UU Justice Ministry, is doing something with congregations statewide. And also, don't forget to please sign up if you are interested in Mistakes and Miracles, a book club situation that I am leading. It's going to be a discussion online only, starting in January. And if you're interested in that, please email me. I am Reverend Jamie Yandel. My pronouns are they and them, and I am delighted you all are here.
Good morning. Welcome to San Gabriel Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Whether you are here in the sanctuary or joining us at home, we're so glad you're here. I'm Molly Hornbuckle. Pronouns are she, her. And Bill and I have been members for about 10 years, which makes me feel like a real oldie now. And we are enjoying getting to know so many of you that have come, especially since the pandemic, but have come to join our fellowship. Bill is on the membership team as a greeter. You can't miss him. And I am the former president of the board from last year. I'm delighted to serve this morning as your lay leader. San Gabriel is a member of the Unitarian Universalist Association. There are over 1,000 UU congregations in the United States. All of us together are working for a just, peaceful, and sustainable world. If you'd like to know more about us or learn about upcoming events, please go to our website, sign up for our newsletter, talk to some of the folks at the welcome table. They'll help you get hooked up. Please know that whoever you are, wherever you are from, whomever you love, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. One of the most important things and one of the most meaningful things that we do as a congregation is sing together. So I'm going to ask you, if it's not too inconvenient, to stand. We're going to sing number 347, Gather the Spirit. The words will be projected, or you can get an old-fashioned hymnal and sing along. Thank you.
Thank you to Bill and Jean. We light our chalice to signal our sacred time together. These words are by Horton Ludwig. Fire and water, ancient opposites. Sun and ocean, the cradle of life. Dancing flame and dancing river, we invoke them together today as we kindle our chalice flame. And now Karina will come up for maybe not a wonder box moment, a story moment.
Yay, we've got some more people who might be able to help me figure out what's in here, right? Should I shake it first to see if it gives us any clues? Maybe a little hard. We, you use love to help each other as we wonder with our minds about the world around us, about the universe, about the divine. We search for truth together, responsibly. There are some things that are unknowable and remain a mystery, but not what's in this box. So are we ready to open it up? All right. What does a bucket, a little bucket make you think of? Water. What else? Sandcastles. You can make it. Collecting things. Anything else? The seaside. Excellent. Yeah, those are all wonderful things that a bucket can remind us of. I'm going to tell a story. I don't have any pictures with me today. It's called Higgins, A Drop with a Dream. And I've shared this at water communion time before. And it was written by a UU minister named Christopher Busey, who is at the Knoxville UU Church in the Tennessee Valley. Once upon a time, there was a drop of water named Higgins. Higgins was no ordinary drop of water. He was a drop with a dream. Higgins lived in a valley where it had not rained for a very long time. That could be here, couldn't it? It hasn't rained here. So all the lovely green grass was turning brown, and all the beautiful flowers were wilting, and all the trees were starting to droop. Higgins had a dream that one day the valley would be a beautiful place again. But what could he do? After all, he was only a drop of water. One day, Higgins decided to travel and tell others about his dream. All the other drops listened very politely, but no one believed that his dream would come true. Higgins said, one, "Get your head out of the clouds. You can't spend your whole life dreaming." But Higgins decided that he had to do something to make his dream come true. So he began to think and think and think. One day, as he was walking by a rusty old bucket, maybe not, this one's not quite that rusty, he got an idea. If enough of us drops of water get together in this bucket, there would be enough water to sprinkle on a few flowers to help them grow and become beautiful again. Eagerly, Higgins told everyone about his great idea, but everyone thought he was being foolish. That Higgins is nothing but a dreamer, they said. Higgins decided he had to do something to convince the others that he was right. So he said to them, "I don't know about you, but I'm getting into the bucket. I hope some of you will join me. There might be enough water to help at least some flowers grow beautiful again." So Higgins ran as hard as he could, hopped away in the air, and landed with a kerplunk in the bottom of the bucket. And there he sat. And what was he? He was just a drop in the bucket. For a long time, Higgins was very lonely. It seemed like no one else was going to join him. But after a while, some of the other drops could see that the grass was dying and the flowers were wilting and the trees were drooping. And they all agreed that something must be done. So suddenly one drop shouted, "I'm going in the bucket with Higgins." And he leaped through the air and landed kerplunk in the bucket. And then 2 other drops yelled, "Wait for us!" And they hopped through the air and landed in the bucket. And then 10 drops jumped through the air into the bucket. Then 30, and then 50. And then 100 of drops, hundreds of drops from all around came to hop into the bucket. Do you think it's getting a little more full now? Can you imagine that in your brain? Soon it was completely full of water. But there were still more drops that wanted to join, so they found another bucket and hopped in. And before long, there were 2 buckets of water, and then 3, 4, 10, and then hundreds, and then thousands of buckets of water. And along came a powerful breeze that blew over all the buckets. And all the water flowed together to make a mighty stream. Everywhere the water flowed, the grass turned green again, and the flowers bloomed, and the trees stood tall and straight once more. And all of this happened because Higgins had a dream, and his dream came true, because he knew that although he was just a drop in the bucket, enough drops in the bucket make a bucket full, and when there are enough buckets with the wind behind them, then justice will roll down like waters, and righteousness like a mighty stream. So, Higgins got together with his friends and made a mighty stream. We often are in need of rain here in Central Texas, aren't we? And we know why that is. But I think we could use some rain right now. Could we use some rain right now? I think working together, we could make it rain. I need some volunteers. Do I have some helpers? Maybe up here who could stand with me? All right, Molly's game, Reverend Jamie's game. Okay, but guess what? I'm going to need all of you to help me. So are you ready? First, we're going to make it rain by starting out by rubbing our hands. And then we're going to snap our fingers. Slowly, slowly, and faster and faster and faster. Here comes the rain, more and more and more and more and more and more. And then we're going to clap, 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 clap. I hear that rain coming. And then we're going to pat on our thighs. And we're going to stomp. Here comes the thunderstorm. We're stomping. Oh, listen to all that rain coming. Oh, such wonderful rain. All right, now it's coming back slowly, slowly. Just it's going to go away. There, bye-bye, rain. Come again, another time. Shh. All right, we made a rainstorm. Good job. And we'll have some water play outside in a little bit, too.
Now it's time for water communion. First, I would like to add this water. It's from previous water ceremonies and communions. From what I'm told, it goes all the way back to the first one. So this will serve as our foundation. If you brought water with you this morning and you feel like saying something, I will be up here with the mic. You do not have to say something if you want to have this be a private spiritual moment. That's absolutely your right. And if you want to do that, that's one way to participate, is silently. And if you did not bring water, but you still want to participate, we have a pitcher up here that you can just use and put some water in. I would ask that you line up on this side because we have more room over here. and then exit this way. So whenever y'all are ready, the thing you share, if you would like to share, is where the water came from and how it's connected to either San Gabriel, you, your family, life, the universe, any of those things.
This will be representative of the water in the San Gabriel River, which runs through our county, and is currently going dry near my house.
Consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow.
This is water that my son brought me from the Tanana River in Alaska. His wife is from Fairbanks, so they get up there every now and then.
Everything is holy now.
This water is to remind me to drink a lot of water because it's so good for my body.
And when I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two.
And this water
Jesus
is
made the
a mixture of the
water
water that Tom and I brought
And
from
I
home.
remember feeling
And the
sad.
significance of it is
Miracles
that
don't
every
happen
time
still.
we drink water these days, we
Now I
are so
can't
grateful
keep
that we
track,
have it. And
'cause everything's a
we
miracle.
recognize how very important it is.
Everything's a miracle.
Leftover water from caring for my wife Jan, who died a year ago.
Water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there is
Hi,
one.
this water is from our fountain in front of the kitchen, and we have
Holy
a
water
pool, so we
wasn't
also
rare
have
at
night
best,
cameras,
where they
and
wet my
the deer come up,
fingertips.
fox,
Now I have to
raccoons,
hold my breath.
birds, and even, surprisingly, bees get water from
Used
the
to be
fountain.
a world half there, heaven's second rate hand me down. But I walk it with a reverend air, 'cause everything is holy now.
Hi, this is specially filtered drinking water that represents the water we ought to get instead of what we actually get out of our tap.
I have two water additions today. One is from the Dolores River in Telluride, Colorado, where our whole family got together, 13 of us this summer. It was fabulous. The second one is from the Penobscot River in Maine, which we escaped to for some cooling time and fishing. So.
Very hard to say. See another new morning come. Say it's not a sacrament.
Although this water is local, water is life, and my great pleasure a couple weeks ago was visiting Maine with my cousin and seeing the Atlantic, which was
Morning
wonderful.
outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush.
This is representative of the Atlantic Ocean, where we sailed from Maine to
Maybe
the
wanna
Bahamas
bow
for
my
8
head.
years.
I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. It used to be a world
This is
out
our
there,
water from home.
second-rate
Don't drop it.
hand-me-down.
That is now purified, so we are very grateful we've put a system on to purify and take out the and water softeners. And now the deer that we give water to outside and others have purified water also.
We would have gotten it out of our rain barrel, which we love, but for some reason there's no water in there.
This This is water from our own illustrious tap. I decided it was time to add to the flow and watch it grow. As poured from a wheatgrass shot bottle.
We wanted to bring water from Berry Springs. We went there the other day and it was completely dry. Not a drop of water there. We've never seen anything like it, so we had to settle for tap water.
When I was a boy each week, on Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to
the water itself is just from home, but the jar that it's in is from a special trip that we took to California. It says Joy. The trip was special because it was on that trip we decided to try for baby number 2, and that is now happening a year later, and Lucy gets to be a big sister. Congratulations.
Everything is holy now.
We have a fountain in the backyard, and it attracts so many beautiful birds. And this is water from that fountain. They really need it now.
We would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad.
I was probably 5 years old. It is a process of drowning twice. And my father waded in and yanked me from the water.
I'm not following that.
I got this from my friend over there. That's it. I don't know.
Anything is here at home. So challenging thing becomes
Water from our rainwater collection system we put in our house this year.
finding where there isn't one.
I'm listening to Everything is Holy now and remembering my sweet friend Rachel. She and I had so many conversations sitting on her porch by the stream that comes out of Smoky Mountain National Park. She died in May.
Used to be a world half there, heaven's second rate hand me down. But I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now.
We're going to try to do a call and a response to bless the water. So your job is to say, bless the water, bless us with the water. Let's try that.
Bless the water, bless us with the water.
All right. So water is life. We give thanks for clean water to drink, water that sustains our life. Water is the beginning, mystery of our past, the void, the deep, the sea, and the stories of life's beginning. We honor our own sacred beginnings. Water is change, the river we cross on the way to new life. Water is power, a mighty river that wears away the rock. In the torrent, we see the power of justice and righteousness to sweep away oppression and empty promises. We ask our hearts and our actions to be swept and turned toward justice and righteousness. Water is cleansing. We give thanks for clean water to clean our bodies and clothes. Water is bathing in love and letting the water carry away that which obscures our hearts. Water is blessing in community. We remember ancestors who have gathered for rituals at water's edge. We turn towards one another and our own search for meaning, truth, and wonder. Those words were by Elizabeth Buki Saunter. As we know, in Texas, water is very precious. So this is a moment for us all to pause and take into account those that don't have water from their tap, those that are in a severe drought, that have died from no water. And now more than ever, I think we understand the sacredness of this ritual. So we'll just take a minute for that memory. What I'll do is take some of this water to make sure that we have the lineage of all the water previously held, and then we'll use the rest of the water in a ritual at some time. And so now we move into joys and sorrows. If you have a joy or a sorrow to share, please signal me in some way, and I will come over to you with the mic.
Hi, I'm Marcia Lovin. Linda Mueller is having gallbladder surgery Tuesday, so everybody keep her in your thoughts. I think it thought that it's going to be an outpatient procedure, but just keep her in your hearts.
I'd like for us to be thinking about our friend John Walker, who's a member of this congregation. He has moved out of his home up in Sun City, and this week moved to the Wesleyan. And in an email exchange yesterday, he said it is a huge adjustment. So
anybody else? I have a sorrow. Both of my kids are in sports. One of them plays baseball and one of them plays soccer, and last year both teams were undefeated. So for the first time, my household has to deal with loss. And I got 2 upset kids that were just crying all day yesterday. So these are lessons we learn in life. And I guess I also have a thankfulness because they have amazing coaches that made it a lot better. We take a moment to celebrate each other's joys and mourn with each other in our sorrows. For those spoken and unspoken, know that we're in community and we're here for each other.
As a meditation on the joys and sorrows that we have heard, those that were unspoken, we'll sing together, "There's a river flowing in my soul." It's page 1007 in the Teal book, if you'd like to follow along. Now we will gratefully receive your financial report so that we can support, so that we can continue the mission of San Gabriel in this community and in this world. We are grateful.
Thanks to all who made worship happen today, our tech team, our hospitality team, Jean on piano, Molly up here with me, all of you for coming, and all the unnamed people that are behind making this happen every Sunday. It's lots and lots of labor and lots of hands, and we see you, and we thank you. We close our sacred time together when we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the chalice inside of our hearts, which serves as a beacon of hope. Emboldened by its blaze, we are reminded that our strength as prophetic and powerful people is found when we come together at San Gabriel, which is in Georgetown to stay, no matter what may come our way. Amen.